Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to the Square It Fix podcast. We are so glad to have you. I'm so glad for you to be here. I hope your week was great. I hope your day was great. I hope your weekend is going to be fabulous. Now, look, we have a great show planned for you. And so sit right there and enjoy the show. Whether you're working out, whether you're at the job, wherever you are, please just listen to the show, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you dislike. Tell me everything. Let's go and let's build together. Now, with that being said, let's get to Monday's motivation. Monday's motivation is brought to us by John D. Rockefeller. Don't be afraid to give up on the good to go for the great. See, sometimes we get nervous and we get settled in our achievements that we've had so far in life. We think this is enough. This is okay for us to carry on, but I'm here to tell you it's not. You're meant for so much more. You're meant for greater. You're meant to be in a position that is so far greater than this that I can't even describe to you. But I know with hard work and determination, you can bring yourself from that good position to that great position. So how about it? Let's go together. Let's learn together to get you from just good to great. Let's be the best we can be in the workplace, in the classroom, in life. Let's do it. Let's grow. Because together, if we grow, man, nothing can stop us from reaching our full potential. And that's why we're here, right? Reach your full potential. Man, I'm telling you, whether it be year 2022 or beyond, you have so much more in store for you. So please be the best you can every day, because if you don't, you're going to look back and say, I could have done more, but I chose to be comfortable. So with that being said, that's Thursday's motivation. Now it's time for the talk of the town. You ready? There was a lot of news that hit the desk today. There was a lot of news, but first things first, we're going to hit the most breaking news of all. Urban Meyer, he was fired from his position from less than a year. $9 million a year for 5 years to be his contract. But a few things happened along the way to where he fell out of that position. And let me give you the one key, the one thing I saw out of the various situations that comes together to make one reason why he was fired from his position. See, when you fail to treat others the way you want to be treated, no matter what you do in life, you will always lose. When you fail to show respect for another human being, regardless of their position, you will always lose. When you stop caring for another individual only for your own heart's desires, you are always going to lose. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you the title of the article I put in the bio for you. Current and former players' reaction. God bless. See, when we fail to treat others the way we want to be treated, then we are hurting others. And when you're hurting others, you start to deconstruct them. You start to rip things from them that they were never meant to be ripped from. So please treat others the way you want to be treated. Build this world. We have enough things tearing it down. Now, with that being said, I want to flip it to a lighter topic. This topic, it hits a little different. The number one recruit overall in the nation in football just decided he wants to go to a HBCU, JSU. Yes, Deion Sanders, the Hall of Fame cornerback, has got a number one recruit, Travis Hunter, to his HBCU. Man, Deion Sanders has been doing fantastic stuff, and I am all for it. This change is going to be so fundamental to how we see football in the future. This is going to be so crazy to see, and I'm ready to see it. I'm happy for it. And man, look, The full story to this is in the bio, and I definitely recommend you check it out because, woo, this is gonna be something that I never expected would happen, and to see it here is a breath of fresh air. Now, lastly, I want to switch it over to on another note, the Omicron update. Now, research from South Africa has come out, and it showed us that it is more transmissible but less life-threatening. But I'm afraid that when we hear that, we don't want to follow the proper guidelines. And I'm going to tell you why that's a problem. Because if we don't follow the proper guidelines, then the more people that have this virus, then we'll see the even though the percentage is small, we'll see the number of people with life-threatening injuries increase. And we never want to see that. So we need to keep the number as small as possible for this country and globe in mind. And with that being said, I want to give you the CNN article. The CNN article was updated at 5:30. And with that being said, I want to give you the latest information to give you everything you need to know about this because your health is so important. Now, with that being said, I want to turn it to the next segment. Get your fix. So what do all successful people have in common? What do all successful people do on a daily basis that takes them to the next level? What do all successful people do to help them go through the day flawlessly? And I'll tell you one thing: time management. Time management is so important, and it helps you build to a place that you couldn't even self-build to. Because a lot of the times we have these situations in life and we say, oh, I don't have enough time for that. Oh, I can't do that. That's not for me. But in actuality, we have time for it all along. We just don't prioritize time for it. So with that being said, I want to give you a few tips, a few tools that will help you grow and help you build time management so you can see that full potential that you want, that we talked about, that we desired together. I want to see that for you. I want you to build. I want you to grow. So first things first, know when to say yes and know when to say no. If your yes is not a yes in your heart about this can help fulfill a need that you need, if this can help a family member, if this can help something, then you don't need to do it. If it's not feeling a need, you don't need to do it. And if it's something just for fun, there's a time for that. And you can manage it and you can schedule it in. But learn when to say yes and learn when to say no. That is so important and that is so key. Because if you don't know when to say yes and you don't know when to say no, then you'll be in a lot of situations that you shouldn't be in. A lot of stuff that's not important. You'll find yourself with a day full of stuff and you weren't even able to accomplish the one thing that truly meant the most to your success. So I'm telling you, please structure yourself and say no sometimes and say yes. Think. Next, I want to say plan for the future. See, sometimes we plan week by week, but if we plan week by week, then we won't be prepared for the month. If we prepare month by month, we won't be prepared for the year. And if we prepare year by year, we won't have a 10-year plan. And then we'll look up at our 10-year plan and say, why did this fail? Why am I not where I wanted to be? Why am I not in the position I want to be in? With that being said, write down a plan. You have to have a plan. Grow. How do you know you're going to grow in 10 years if you don't even know what you're going to do in 10 years? Make a plan, strategize. Get like-minded individuals around you to help you grow, help you be the person you want to be. Now, that goes to my next point. Write it down. Make it tangible. Have something that will show you, have something that will remind you of the goals that you have set for yourself. Because as soon as you realize you didn't meet a goal, you have that platform to say, hey, I might as well go do it now. I might as well get it done now. Go, start, grow. I want to give you this law that I found, and it is very interesting. Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time we need to do it. So if we give ourselves a long time to do something, then it will take us a long time to do it. But if we give ourselves a short time to do something, we'll do it instantly. We'll do it in that time. So I challenge you, start shortening your goals. Start tightening your goals. Start making your list more precise. Because the more precise you make your list, the more your goals will start to flow. The more your goals will start to just tumble on top of each other and just knock them down. You'll knock everything out. You won't even recognize it's you doing this. So let's do it. Let's grow. Next, we have protected time. Protected time is only for you. Protected time says, hey, this time I'm going to do whatever makes me happy. Whatever I feel fills my needs. Whatever I feel fills up my container. Whether that be a video game, whether that be movies, whatever you need to have that joy, family time, whatever you need, this is the time for you to do it. And with protected time, with protected time, you're able to have this time blocked off in a day and say, I'm going to have fun regardless. I'm going to do what I need to do regardless in this time for me. It's self-care time. Because sometimes we forget ourselves and we wrap up in stuff that necessarily isn't important. So with that being said, there's one more thing. You can always do more, but you won't get to do more each day. So the days that you weren't able to do as much as you thought you could, the days that you fail the plan that you made, there's always tomorrow. Remember that. There's always tomorrow. Please remember that. Because if you remember that there's always a tomorrow, you won't be focused on the failure that you did today. See, we get so caught up in the present that we stop looking towards the future that we have for ourselves. Now, we look at stocks, right? A stock is going to grow regardless. It's going to grow regardless as long as it's here. And you're going to grow regardless as long as you're here. So every day, put in the proper time. And even if you don't hit those tasks, know that there's tomorrow so you can do it. And that is your fix. Now, the last segment we have is getting you squared away. And I'm sure by the title, you know what getting squared away and you know what this column is all about. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Now, these tokens are all the hype now. Everybody's talking about them. Everybody is wondering, what are NFTs? How are NFTs sold? What are these things? It looks like a crappy drawing. Is it just a crappy drawing? What is it? What is an NFT? Well, an NFT is something a part of a blockchain. And this blockchain has a digital signature on it, validating it, giving it authenticity, telling you every person that owned it before. And see, with that, it gives you a digital collection. Now, what can this digital collectible be? This digital collectible can be a video game, a digital art, music, or more. And you can collect royalties off of it. For example, let's say you make a song and you don't even want to go through a music industry. You don't want to go through anybody else. You say, I'm going to make this song and I'm going to promote it myself and put it in an NFT. Now, you can sell this NFT with zero commission fees, nothing else added on to it. So every NFT you sell, you're getting that money back without having to pay anybody. No streaming service, no platform, because you are the platform. With that being said, there's a couple rules that we have to look at with NFTs to help us understand what they are. NFTs can't be divided. NFTs can't be destroyed. NFTs can't be reclaimed by the owner. And lastly, NFTs are always verifiable. What I was touching on earlier, you can always see the chain of people that buy NFTs. Now, with that being said, I was going to mention one point and say that NFTs aren't editable. But now companies like GameFi are changing that. They're building a platform of editable gaming. So an editable NFT will be able to be changed and manipulated after it's already been sent out. And that is not currently been available before GameFi. So I'm ready to see the change in dynamic and ready to see what this will do. But with that being said, there's so many future applications of NFTs. Album sales, like I mentioned before. Memorabilia like sports highlights. I've even seen some like scams, unfortunately. Unfortunate money laundering. There's different things. All the way to an article that I was reading today, and I'll post it in the comments. This article was about a politician, a Democrat from California's 42nd Congressional District, is using NFTs to run for office. Now, if this tells you we're not bringing NFTs into the future, I don't know what will. This is incredible. I'm just gonna send this article to you and give it to you in the description below, because I feel like this article is so unique and crazy far out. So with that being said, I want to talk about NFTs. I want to dive into them a little deeper, but I want to know what you want to know about NFTs. I want to switch it off to you. What do you want to know about NFTs? Tell me in the comments below. What is something that's racking your brain? What is something that's concerning you? And we'll bring it to the next episode. With that being said, this is Bobby Johnson, and that's all we have for today. So, deuces.